Good morning, everybody. I am San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria. Thank you all so much for being here this morning for a bit of good news that we'd like to share with the community. Today I'm joined by a number of great community leaders. Top of the list is Pamela Gray Payton, Chief Impact and Partnerships Officer at the San Diego Foundation. Bruce Mayberry, Chairman of the Board of the Central San Diego Black Chamber of Commerce. Jason Pagao, President and CEO of the Asian Business Association. Ricardo Villa, President and Chairman of the Board of the San Diego County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Danny Fitzgerald, Acting Regional Director of the San Diego and Imperial Small Business Development Center, and various local small business owners from across our community, all here to celebrate a milestone in small business. I like hearing that door open. That's a good thing to hear, right? We like doors unlocking, business starting, people getting jobs, right? So, as we all know today, our small businesses have borne a disproportionate brunt of the COVID-19 pandemic. They have to face numerous uncertainties with shutdowns and reopenings, with the fluctuation in cases and infections in our community. And that's why it's been a priority for the City of San Diego, for my administration, to support our local small businesses, particularly during our economic recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. Today, I'm here to announce that we have provided $6 million in small business grants throughout the City of San Diego. In my Back to Work SD budget, I allocated $10 million in financial assistance to aid local businesses hardest hit by the pandemic, and with a focus on our historically underserved communities. Now, this is where I'd like to thank the San Diego Foundation. As I mentioned, the city put up $10 million, but this local icon of the philanthropic community matched our resources with $2 million, making a total of a $12 million assistance fund for small businesses and local nonprofits. We know nonprofits have also suffered during the pandemic. These grants that we're announcing today account for half of the overall $12 million commitment, with the rest of the funding set to assist nonprofit organizations and will be announced in the coming weeks. The San Diego Foundation is also helping us to administer these funds, to ensuring that they go to those who need it the most. And that's why we've prioritized businesses in economically underserved communities that have not yet received COVID-19 relief funding. I think many of us have heard stories of folks who've struggled to try and apply to get attention. We wanted to fill in that gap with these dollars. These grants are a much-needed opportunity for many family-owned businesses to get back on track and to rebuild their livelihoods. As mayor of this incredible city, I encourage every San Diegan to do what they can to invest in the businesses that support our communities and our neighborhoods. You see many of them behind me this morning. These are our small business community leaders. These are the folks that employ our neighbors, that invest in our neighborhoods, that make our community better and stronger. And I happen to note that we are entering the holiday season. We're about to do a whole lot of shopping, hopefully, and I'd really ask you to consider shopping small, shopping local, not just this Saturday, on Small Business Saturday, but throughout the holiday season. These local businesses could use your investment, they could use your business. When we shop local, we know those dollars stay here in our community. Now, I started this program because I know the impact that local businesses have on our city, as well as the residual impacts that the pandemic has had on our small business community. We must continue to support those who are struggling and equitably and effectively help them with relief. I'm proud of all the individuals and business owners standing behind me today. Each and every one of them makes our city a better place to live through their vision, through their entrepreneurship, through their ambition, and through their actions. I'd also like to thank our community partners that are here this morning for helping the city to connect these dollars with those who most need it. In particular, I'd like to thank the San Diego and Imperial Small Business Development Center. Danny and I have done 9 million webinars together trying to get information out to small business owners. It's that education, that information that really bridges the gap, and Danny's done more of that than anyone I know. The Central San Diego Black Chamber of Commerce have been partners with the city throughout this process, with the previous administration, with this current administration. Asian Business Association are everywhere at all times doing incredible work, not just for small business relief, but as we combat Asian hate in the community. I appreciate Jason being a multitasker, a Swiss Army knife, if you will, of the times that we live in. And of course, the San Diego County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. San Diego is proud to be home to a large Latino community. Many of them are entrepreneurs, many of them are business owners, and the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce helps support those businesses as well. Thank you all for investing in our community. And with that, it gives me pleasure to introduce Pamela Gray Payton, Chief Impact and Partnership Officer with the San Diego Foundation. Again, the folks that match the city's resources to give us $12 million to work with. Pam?
Thank you, Mayor Gloria, and good morning, everyone. We're really delighted to see all of you here to support small businesses in our city's ongoing recovery efforts. When Mayor Gloria asked if the San Diego Foundation would join his initiative to get San Diegans back to work, we jumped at the opportunity to help. Our Board of Governors quickly committed $2 million in additional funding earmarked for nonprofit organizations. San Diego small businesses and nonprofits are the heart of our economy and the heart of so many of San Diego's diverse and special communities. But to keep our neighborhoods thriving and to aid in San Diego's recovery, small businesses and nonprofits need to grow, and they need help. For the past year, our community-based organizations have been a lifeline for our neighbors in need, providing financial assistance, food security, childcare, and other essential needs. Thanks to the many partners involved with the San Diego Small Business and Nonprofit Relief Grant, hundreds of entrepreneurs, business owners, and nonprofits were successful in completing their grant applications. We're looking forward to announcing very, very soon the additional $2 million that will go to support nonprofits through this program, especially those serving our city's opportunity and promise zones. This public-private partnership will sustain local nonprofits as they continue their important work for just, equitable, and resilient communities in San Diego. The foundation is committed to building resilient communities through supporting programs like this that enable communities to adapt and persist through changing circumstances. Our support of the Small Business and Nonprofit Relief Fund is yet another example of the Foundation's nationally recognized public-private partnerships with local governments in the wake of COVID-19. We'll continue to seek out and support impactful collaborations with municipalities, nonprofits, and other leading organizations until the state of our city is once again strong. Thank you again to all of the partners that Mayor Gloria has already mentioned. And now it's my honor to introduce Bruce Mayberry, Chairman of the Board of the Central San Diego Black Chamber. Bruce?
Thank you, Pamela. Mayor, community leaders, as a chairman of the Central San Diego Black Chamber of Commerce, I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge every small business and nonprofit organization in the city of San Diego. They are important because they provide opportunities for entrepreneurs to exercise creativity, innovation, and growth. On behalf of the Central San Diego Black Chamber of Commerce, I would like to acknowledge and thank Mayor Todd Gloria and the City of San Diego, CEO Mark Stewart, and the San Diego Foundation for a strong partnership with the Black Chamber and their demonstrated commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. In times such as these, where a pandemic has impacted the city's economy, collaboration is the key for growth for all small businesses. Our partnership will continue to serve as a conduit for real change in addressing challenges for underserved businesses. Because of your inclusiveness, our outreach to other community organizations helped spread the word about grant opportunities and provided technical assistance to underserved businesses and nonprofits. $12 million in grant funds have been provided to help small organizations that have been hurt but are determined to survive. Despite the harm caused by a worldwide pandemic, businesses and nonprofits in San Diego, consisting of self-employed workers, independent contractors, sole proprietors, and corporations with no more than 100 employees, were all eligible to apply, and apply they did. Over 4,000 applications were received, and thanks to the tireless efforts of many, the first round of grants will be dispersed very soon. To the awardees, congratulations. To the City of San Diego, the San Diego Foundation, and all of the outreach partners, thank you for your efforts, donations, funding, time, and communications. It has been our honor and privilege to work with you all. I am confident that the road ahead for our city is bright. The Central San Diego Black Chamber of Commerce will continue to play a vital role in engaging and partnering with the city, the San Diego Foundation, outreach partners, and business leaders to make sure that small businesses have equitable opportunities to contribute to the economic growth of this great city and create generational wealth for underserved communities. And now I'd like to introduce Jocelyn Turner, owner of The Right Juice. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Jocelyn Turner. I am the owner and founder of The Right Juice, which is a mobile and smoothie truck here in San Diego. Our mission is to blend health back into the community. And with the help of the city of San Diego, small businesses like mine have been able to serve our communities during these challenging times. Like many other small businesses in San Diego, I've had to find new ways to navigate during the pandemic. Events have been canceled, prices have increased, but many of us have kept going somehow. On behalf of my entrepreneur peers here in San Diego, I would like to thank the city for creating an attainable financial resource for small business owners to push forward. I would like to encourage small businesses to never give up and always keep their mission at the forefront of their minds when serving the community. Tough times don't always last, but tough people do. Thank you.
Jocelyn, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, to Bruce and to Pam, to all the folks who are here today. Thanks for being a part of this. I should have mentioned at the beginning, we'd hoped to have Councilmember Vivian Moreno here. We're here in her district today. She has staff here on her behalf, but she was unable to join us, but she's been a strong supporter of this particular effort, as all the members of the City Council, but in particular, Councilmember Raul Campillo, who's the chair of our Economic Development Committee. A reminder that these dollars come from the American Rescue Act. Gratitude to President Biden, Vice President Harris, and the Congress for helping to provide a large amount of relief dollars. We've used that to maintain city services as well as make strategic investments as a part of our economic recovery. That's what we're doing here today. Again, wouldn't be possible without the philanthropic support of the foundation and the technical and community-based support of the ethnic chambers who are here to making sure that dollars get to folks like Jocelyn, who has a great business. I've had some of the juice, and you should check it out if you have not. And lastly, I would just make sure we put a fine point on it. 1,055 businesses assisted, grants of $5,000. This is the first half of those funds. We'll have some more dollars going out soon that we'll report back to you all on. But the point is, we know folks have been hurting. We've been doing what we can to be responsive to those concerns. I think this is exactly what the President and Congress had in mind when they entrusted cities like ours with these dollars. And the message is very direct. If you entrust us with more federal resources, we will make sure they get into the community, creating jobs and helping with our economic recovery. Again, thank you for being here this morning. I think this is a good day. And again, a reminder to San Diegans, we're all going to do some shopping. We're going to try and show our love for our family members and our friends, giving them things that they want and need. Well, remember that a lot of what they want and need can be found in local small businesses. And again, these are the businesses that employ our neighbors, keep their revenues local, and make sure that our community, our city is a better place to live. That's precisely why the city is making this investment today. We look forward to sharing more good news with you all in the future. With that said, everyone here is available for one-on-one, so please come forward and have at it. But again, thank you for helping us spread the word. And just as Jocelyn said, tell the small business folks, continue to be persistent. We will continue to find ways to make sure that we can support folks. We know that we're not out of the woods yet. We want to make sure that resources continue to flow to the businesses that need it the most. Thank you all very, very much.